In Danish parliament, politicians have taken strict immigration policies for asylum seekers and voted to make them tougher. In a 70 to 24 vote, politicians agreed to move asylum seekers who arrive on Danish soil to a reception centre in a third country outside Europe, where their applications would be processed.
Little more than 50% that arrived in Denmark last year, they didn't have a need for seeking asylum. They were migrants that were hoping for a better life, and I understand that, and I think that makes sense, but that's just not enough to get a resident permit to stay in Denmark.
The centre-right Social Democrats who backed the bill say it will protect asylum seekers from being exploited by traffickers and making the Mediterranean Sea crossing, as they won't make the journey if they are likely to be rejected. But refugee rights advocates say any humanitarian benefits are misguided, as asylum claims can only be filed at the Danish border.
It's nonsense to say that it's going to stop sea crossings, because it will not be possible to apply for asylum in the center. So people have to cross the sea anyway. So that's just ridiculous to call it kind of humanitarian.
The United Nations Refugee Agency warned last month it could start a race to the bottom if other European countries followed Denmark's policy.
Could be a huge game changer if other countries would follow up. It's not like the process of asylum seeking can be externalized. So saying, okay, provide that on our behalf, but don't bring to our country. It's just going against the concept of asylum.
The European Commission also criticised the move, saying outsourcing asylum claims is not compatible with EU laws.
External processing of asylum claims raises fundamental questions about both the access to asylum procedures and effective access to protection. It is not possible under existing EU rules or proposals under the new pact on migration and asylum.
Denmark's tightening immigration policies have come after more than 21,000 asylum seekers arrived in 2015. It now has a goal of 0 asylum seekers and in April declared parts of Syria safe. It has started revoking residency permits for some Syrian refugees. It's unclear where Denmark anticipates having the third country reception centre, but it did sign a memorandum of understanding for future cooperation with Rwanda in April. Charlotte Bellis, Al Jazeera.